Hello friends, so today we will see how to create a VPC on AWS cloud and what is VPC. So firstly we will see what is VPC. VPC is a virtual private cloud. Like for example, on an AWS setup you have your virtual private cloud where you can store your resources and device or operate your resources and device in an isolated area, in an isolated environment where outside network requests are not allowed. The outside request network internet requests are allowed only when you accept that. In VPC it consists of subnet. Subnet can be a public subnet or a private subnet. If you want outside internet to interact with your public subnet, then you have to attach an internet gateway and a route table which route the IP address towards your public subnet. And if you want to communicate with your private subnet with your public subnet, then you have to add an NAT gateway. In this case, VPC gives an extra layer of security to your resources. Now we will go and see how to create a VPC on a AWS. So I will move on in my AWS console. So yes, we will see how to create a VPC. We will go on VPC service. We will click on VPC. We will create a VPC. We will name it as VPC-demo. Now we have to give a CIDR block. So how to know how many IPs we will get to the CIDR block? So for that we will use a website naming as CIDR.xyz. So yeah, this is a website. Now we are going to put a CIDR block of 10, 0, 0, 0, 24, or let's go on 16. So now you can see here the count is 65,536 IP address. So if I put the CIDR block of 10.0.0.0/16, then it will give me the count of 65,536 IP addresses which can be used in my VPC, that is virtual private cloud. So we will add this CIDR. I will keep my tenancy as default only. Let's create a VPC. So our VPC is successfully created. Now we will create a subnet for it. Let's create a subnet. We will select a VPC demo. Let's give a name as subnet demo. Now we will select availability zone. So I will select the availability zone as 1A. Then now we have to distribute our IP address in this subnet. Like before we saw that we have 65,536 IP addresses in our VPC. So we have to just distribute the amount of the amount of IP addresses to our subnet. So we will just do it 0.0.0.0/24. So you can see 256 IP address from that 65,536 IP address will be distributed towards this subnet. So create a subnet. Now we will go and create one EC2 instance. Let's launch instance. We will give name as VPC-demo. Let's keep image as Ubuntu. Select key pair. I have lot. Let's select VPC. Now we have to just edit the network setting, as we have created a VPC for this instance. So we will add a VPC auto assign public IPs, we will enable this. After that we are ready to go. Yeah, we will launch our instance. Okay, our instance is successfully launched. Let's go and check it. It's running. So now we will just see either our instance is connecting or not. You can see instance is not public is not in a public subnet. Let's see, is it connecting or not? Failed to connect your instance. As first only we got the warning that your instance is not in public subnet. So let's go on architect again. Yeah, so you can see here we have created a VPC, we have created a subnet, but as we want to make our subnet public that we can access our instance, so for that purpose we have to create an internet gateway and a route table. So now we will go and create an internet gateway and a route table. Let's go again in VPC. Let's go in internet gateway and let's create an internet gateway. Let's give it name as demo hyphen IG, that is internet gateway. Create an internet gateway. We will attach to our VPC, attach the internet gateway. So our internet gateway is successfully attached to our VPC. Now we have to create a route table. For that we will go in route table section. We will create a route table. We will give a route table name as demo RT. We will select a VPC and create a route table. We have to associate it with our VPC, so we will just go in subnet association, edit subnet association, and we will save association. So now we have to add a route for our internet gateway. We will select internet gateway and demo our internet gateway name. We will save the changes. So let's see, does our EC2 instance will be able to connect or not. Let's connect. Yeah, so our VPC is becoming as public now. That's why we are able to connect to instance. So this is how you have to create a VPC, virtual private cloud, on your AWS cloud. And you have to make sure that you have created a route table, a subnet, and an internet gateway if you want to connect your EC2 instance, and if you want to make your subnet as a public subnet. In next video we will see how to pair two VPC together. Thank you.